Business Management, Chapter Organizing. Name the function of management which translates plans into action. The function of management which converts plans into action. Answer: organizing. The question can be asked in the other way. Name the function of management which creates an organizational structure and defines interrelations between individuals. That is also organizing function. Because organizing function creates a kind of authority responsibility relationship or superior subordinate relationship. Second question: identifying and dividing the work is the first step in the process of one of the functions of management. What is that function? It is the process of organizing. Here, in the process of organizing, we know that there are 4 different steps. The first step of organizing task is identifying and dividing the work. Second step is departmentalization, and the third step is assigning duties, and the fourth step is establishing authority responsibility relationship. Now, state the main purpose of organizing as a function of management. Implementation of the plans to achieve organization goals effectively. That is the main purpose of organizing. What is the main purpose of organizing? Implementation of organization plans to achieve the organization goals effectively. Now, fourth question: name the process of dividing the work into small and manageable activities and grouping them. Dividing the work into small and manageable activities and grouping them. That is what is called departmentalization. Departmentalization is the second step in the process of organization. Now, give the name of framework within which managerial and operating tasks are performed. Name of framework. The framework within which managerial and operating tasks are performed is called organization structure. Sixth question: why is a proper organization structure very important or needed? A proper organization structure is needed to ensure a smooth flow of communication and exercise better control over the operations of the business. Now we have another question: what does span of management refer to? Span of management or span of control refers to the number of subordinates that can be effectively managed by a superior. Okay, once more, the number of subordinates that can be effectively managed by a superior is called span of management or span of control. Okay, now we have the 8th question: how does a span of control, span of or management help in the organization structure? It helps in determining the level of management in the organization structure. It helps to determine the level of management in the organization structure for each and every worker. He gets to know at which level he is working. Just by looking the organization structure, he could understand what is his position, and that is the one advantage of organization structure. But here the question is, how does a span of management help in the organization structure? Some supervisors have the span of control for looking after or overseeing the works of 10 workers or subordinates. But some other supervisors may not have that much span of control. He may have the ability to control only 5 subordinates under him. So his span of control is very narrow. In such a case, we can say that the manager or supervisor who is having the ability to manage only small number of persons has less or narrow span of control. But some other managers or some other supervisors who have the ability to manage more number of workers under him or supervisors under him has the broad span of control. Now, 9th question is, the number of subordinates that can be effectively managed by a superior refers to which aspect of management? The number of subordinates that can be effectively managed by a superior. That is what is meant by span of control. The number of subordinates that can be effectively managed by a superior is called span of control or span of management. Now we have the next and last question. Which type of organization structure groups the activities on the basis of functions? Which type of organization structure groups the activities on the basis of functions? A kind of functional structure groups the activities happened in the organization on the basis of functions. Functional structure. We know that there are different types of organizational structures. Under functional structure of organization, there divides the activities according to the different functions like sales, production, marketing, finance, accounts, etc., etc. So here departmentalization is done according to the type of function that those departments are conducting or carrying out. Okay, that is such a kind of designing such a kind of organization structure is known as functional structure of organization structure. There is, we also know that there is yet another type of organization structure, that is a divisional structure of organization. And this is all about today, and you have to learn these 10 different question answers. You have to hear it again and again, and should have to write in your notebook also. Okay, thank you.